Dan Bongino, Fox News contributor and host of the Dan Bongino Show. Dan, the last time we talked, I think there was only like one commie in the mix in Maine with the nipple Nazi. You've had commies win primaries. Oklahoma, Michigan, Florida.
Oklahoma.
Wow.
Yeah. Oklahoma. You now have the Sooner Socialist. Yes. That's going to go over well.
I like that.
That's like Talafrico running as a vegan in Texas. Like, you wonder what consultant genius got paid for that one. Listen, before I get into my destruction of the socialist movement in America here, I would be remiss because I've been doing hits on this network for 15 years. I'm going to tell you something. That interview you did with Al Sayed, and I throw compliments like manhole covers, so I'm not doing this for any other reason, was one of the great moments in cable TV history. When you ask a major United States party from the state of Michigan how much money the government spends in a year, and he doesn't know the answer to the question. I mean, it's like asking a guy who wants to own a bar, like, hey, man, you ever heard of Corona? Nah, man. What is that? You mean like that ring around the sun or something? Like, how do you not know that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's your job to know. It was an amazing interview.
Thank you
really,
very much.
I think, showed... No, really. I mean, we can laugh about it, but the hard reality is you expose this guy. You ask him about a very serious thing, cutting off the units and mutilating young kids' bodies, and he asks you if you're circcircumcised. I was actually stunned you answered. I thought that was a rare moment of journalistic integrity.
What was I gonna, if I didn't say it, looked like I was like denying it or something. I don't know.
No, you handled it like a champ. But very seriously, on this socialist note, I was thinking about this. I'm listening to your monologue here in the studio. And we're kind of both laughing, the studio operator, because it's like this socialism thing, it sounds amazing. I had to write this stuff down. We got a piece of paper here. So there's going to be no debt. We're going to forgive that. A 4-day work week, free health care, free housing, free food, free education. You know what I thought? I could not help but think of that movie, Something About Mary. No, not that scene. Everybody, I'm talking about the scene in the car. Remember 7-minute abs? That's socialism. It's like 7-minute abs. You know, like, right? It's like, and then the guy goes, well, why not 6-minute abs? Like, I'm surprised someone with socialism doesn't come out and be like, why not do 5-minute abs? Like, you're promising something so ridiculous, only a moron would believe it.
Yeah, not the scene I was thinking of at first, but yes, I do remember that in the car. I definitely remember that.
That's why I said not that scene.
I guess the Republicans, though, I mean, they are having to run against free stuff and 3-day weekends. Is it good enough to just say these people are crazy?
Listen, we have to do really, it's not easy to be a Republican. You know, when I go to bed every night, I pray, I say, God, help me do the easy thing, you know, not the right thing, excuse me, not the easy thing. The easy thing is easy for a reason. It's typically not the right thing.
Right.
And Republicans, we as conservatives, we have to do the legwork. And the legwork requires explaining. And the explaining, though, you don't need to produce white papers. Listen, I don't want to pile on like Mitt Romney or anything, binders full of weapons, all exaggerated anyway. However, you don't want to bring a white paper to a methadone clinic, you know? They're struggling with drug addiction. I don't want to hear about your white paper. If it doesn't fit on a Wheaties box, it's not going to work. Socialism is a scam. And the best way to explain it is just to say to simple, you know, in simple ways, like to union workers out there listening who vote Democrat a lot, not all the time, but often. You realize like your health care plan is going to be taken away by a socialist, right? That's the Wheaties box message. Just read Bernie Sanders' own bill. To parents out there, minority communities and struggling white communities, Asian communities, whatever, who finally got their kid in a good school due to school choice. You know, socialists want mandated, monopolized public schools. How do you feel about your kid getting ripped out of the first good education experience they had? Slam that on a Wheaties box. How does that sound? We have to make these policies bleed for people. I don't mean in a physically violent way. That's a leftist thing. I mean, it has to sting, man. It has to hurt. You have to experience a real material loss in your life to feel a change of heart about politics. And I promise you that loss is going to come from the socialists who only want to take from you. The rich people are going to be fine. They'll send their kids to privatized schools. They'll find concierge medicine. They'll figure a way out. I promise you will not.
Yes, the policy has to be pushed, but you also got to talk about the people. Angie, Dan, would you get in a car with Angie?
Yeah.
I mean, like, she sells the morning after pill at her coffee shop. She sells porn at her coffee shop. She's gotten into 4 major car wrecks over 5 years. And you live in Florida, right? I mean, this could be your senator.
Yeah. Yeah. Angie's quite an interesting character. And the Sumer Socialist, I'm sitting here in the studio, and I bet your production team can tell you if they pull this in. I almost had to pull the thing out of my ear because you had that lady screaming like a lunatic. the Sumer Socialist lady. You know, a wise man once told me, like a good friend you can trust with your kid, your car, and your wife, right? I don't trust these people with, like, my office building. Forget about kid, car, or wife. I wouldn't give them, like, a key to, you know, when you go in an office building and the bathroom's locked, you got to get a key. I wouldn't even give them the key to the public bathroom. Forget about, like, kids, car, and
Bongino.
wife. No, these are terrible people.
This is great. So you wouldn't trust Graham Plattner with your wife, you wouldn't trust Angie with your car, and you wouldn't trust Abdul with your kid. Snip, snip.
Hell no. I told you, I would not give them the bathroom key in an office building. I would not in the public bathroom. These people are lunatics. I mean, look at this motley crew of, this is like, remember the Justice League cartoons when we were kids? Like, yes. This is like the villains. These are like the Saturday morning cartoon villains list, and you're going to vote for these imbeciles? Come on, man, open your eyes.
I know. It gets better and better, and we'll just see what happens in November. Anything is possible. Dan Bongino, thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.